I was not always motivated and inspired to go to the gym every single day. Only later in life, it just became a habit. But today, as I was driving back from work, I was thinking about, okay, am I going to make another video? Am I going to really sit down, put up my camera, and what kind of an idea do I want to talk about? And I thought about all the work that it's going to take. Oh, okay, I have to walk in, set up my camera, think about something, maybe write down an idea or whatnot. And it just seems like too much work to do. And those were the exact same thoughts that were going through my head when I first decided to make fitness a habit in my life. When I first wanted to get in better shape, when I wanted to, get the abs, get bigger muscles, and actually build something that I'm proud of. The exact same thing that now, and the exact same mindset that I used to build my body, I'm using to build my coaching business. The exact same mindset, and this is why I'm so grateful for fitness, and I'm so grateful for all the things that it taught me, is that exact same mindset I used of, okay, and I'm going to give you guys a good perspective shift here that I had. What would the person that's already fit do? So I thought to myself when I was first trying to get into the gym and actually, building the habit. Okay, when it was hard, on the days that I didn't want to go, like for example, today I'm not extremely motivated. I feel still a little bit sick, but I'm still going to go. I'm still going to make it because now it's just routine and habit, and it just makes me feel so much better after I'm done with it. But on the days where I was first starting out and didn't have too big of a inspiration to go or motivation, what I would say to myself is, what would the person that's already fit do? Because in order to become that fit person, you just have to think as if you're already that fit person. And if you just have that slight mindset shift, then anything that you want to accomplish, anything that you want to build, it's going to come just that much easier. So I would wake up in the morning, I'd feel lazy. I'd be like, you know what? I'm skipping the gym today. I'm not going. And then I would immediately be like, okay, wait. Would the fit version of me, the version of today that I am in the present, skip the gym? Probably not. So you know what? I'm going to act as if. Act as if you're already that fit person. Act as that already you are, have that six pack, have those dreams that you're chasing towards. Act as if, and it will just become. Right? This is a powerful mindset shift, especially in fat loss, right? If you're thinking to yourself, I have to lose 40 pounds. Okay, now you have to think about somebody who's 40 pounds, the 40 pound less, I need to say this correctly. Act as if you're already the person that has lost 40 pounds. What would the 40 pound less weighted version of you do in that specific moment? Would he go for that cookie? Probably not. Would he indulge in beer after beer? Probably not. Would he indulge in, fast food all the time? Probably not. So if you just start changing your mindset shift, act as if, you can have anything in this life that you want. I'll give you a perfect example. Another one, when I was first looking for my fiance today, when I was trying to get into a relationship, I already acted, obviously not the intimate parts, but I already acted with my current fiance, acted with my girlfriend like we were already friends, like we were already girlfriends. Like I said, I'm explicitly saying I didn't do any of the intimate stuff, but I treated her like somebody I respected, like obviously treat everybody like you respect, don't take this out of context, but I already treated her more special than any other girl because I knew she was the one. I already was complimenting her like I would compliment my girlfriend because I already knew she was the one. I would already, put her on a pedestal like she was already my girlfriend because I knew she was the one. Anything in life that you're trying to get, it's so much easier to get to that state if you just act as if you already have it. Because your brain doesn't know the difference between past, present, and future. So if you just tell your brain, yeah, I already have it now. If you just close your eyes and envision yourself with a six-pack and all those things that, you know, you're working towards for the reasons you're having a six-pack start lighting up in your brain, it doesn't know whether or not you actually have that six-pack right now until you bring yourself to the present, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, oh shit, I'm fat as fuck, right? And it's the same thing why I brought this piece of video up that I wanted to make was because I was sitting in my car and I was like, fuck, I don't want to make another YouTube video. I just want to take a break. I don't want to build and work on my business today. I just want to take a break. I don't want to, you know, inspire and help people. But maybe this YouTube video, the reason I made it might help you. You'll look back in 10 years and think to yourself, wow, thanks Matt, that one video that you made really changed my life. So now I need to start thinking act as if I'm already a successful business owner, a successful fitness coach who helps transform millions of people's lives, who inspires people to take action and change their life for the better. And how do I do that? By not skipping on videos, by uploading to a routinely schedule, because that's what's going to make the difference. And this is why I love to say fitness is the foundation, because once you build a foundation with fitness, anything in life really comes easily after that. Build the foundation of fitness, boom, you have that. Then you could stack on top of that. Okay, now you can build the foundation of relationships, right? Get your dream girl. Now you could, you know, build on top of that. Build your foundation of healthy eating. Boom. Now you can add that to, you know, your career. Act as if. And it's a powerful mindset shift because it allows you to get anything you want in this life. All this life is a mirror and a reflection of our internal thoughts visualizing and manifesting into the real realm of reality. When we were living back in the suburbs, I'm pretty sure it's called, in the city, my dad would always talk about farmland and property and having, you know, a big house in the middle of the woods. I'm not going to take the camera and start showing you, but that's where we live now. Because he didn't drop that dream and idea of his in his mind, but kept talking about it, kept visualizing and thinking about how he wanted his house to look, where he wanted it to look. And it's the same thing with the rest of your life. But the reason, now I'm going to tell you something very important. The reason why most people think this doesn't work is because they don't allow time to do its thing. Remember, your mind can move in the past, present, and future. Your vision and goals and ideas are all in the future. And you need to become that person slowly in order for you to become that dream version of you. If you think about it in weight loss terms, if you envision yourself 40 pounds lighter, and if God said, okay, you know what, Matthew's been a good boy, let's make him 40 pounds lighter overnight. Are you going to be able to maintain that 40 pounds that you've lost? Honestly, probably not. Why? Because you haven't learned the skills and the techniques and the lessons that you needed to learn in that time frame in order to maintain that 40 pounds that you lost. Right? If God just woke up one day and said, let's make Matthew 40 pounds lighter, in a month, if I still have the same habits that I did when I was 40 pounds heavier, I'm just going to get 40 pounds heavier again. And then God's going to be like, whoa, what was the point of me giving him his dreams? And that's exactly why work and time need to do their thing in order for you to manifest your dream life. But most people aren't willing to work and spend the time and the days and the reps and the sacrifices in order to work towards their dream states, because it requires effort, it requires time, and it requires patience and waiting for you to become that version. Frame by frame, rep by rep, you learn something new every single day. Every single day it's added without you knowing, because you're just waking up, going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep. But subconsciously, you're developing into a new human being. And you look back 3, 4, 5 years in the past, and you're like, holy shit, I don't even recognize that person. Well, duh, you stuck with it. But now you have a totally different mindset and frame of thinking that allows you to maintain this form of yourself. And this is what's the difference between people that think in a 5D dimension versus a 2D dimension. They're stuck. They don't think that anything else is out there that's possible. People with a 5D frame of thinking, they could think it up, down, side, back, right, left, right, center. Because they know that with time and work, anything that they think of, and if they want to devote their time and work to it, can be accomplished. I don't know whatever your favorite sports player is, but Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, they're no different than me and you. They're just human. Maybe they have some genetic advantages like being taller and whatnot. Sure, they could take that to their play. But, like, I don't know sports that well, but like, it's a good analogy. But look at Steph Curry. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me, I'm pretty sure he's like one of the smaller guys on the basketball team. That didn't stop him. So why is it stopping you? Because you're selling yourself a different story than they did every single day. They sold the story that I can, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will. You're selling yourself the story, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, I'm screwed, woe is me, I'm screwed, my life sucks, I can't do anything. Obviously you can't do anything because you're repeating these negative thoughts and dialect in your mind that's not allowing you to try at least. You won't even give yourself the permission to try to become something great. Try to achieve your dream physique. Try to talk to that girl and get out of your comfort zone. Because you've already sold in yourself on these stories that, no, they'll reject me. Can't talk to her. She probably thinks I'm ugly. I think I'm ugly. I feel sick even saying those things because your words have power. And your internal words have even more power because they're constantly on repeat in your mind. So pay attention to the stories that you're selling yourself. Pay attention to the dialect that's going on in your head and act as if you already are that person. What would that person do? I love you guys. Subscribe if you're new. Follow for more. And I'm going to leave you like I always do. Create more than you consume. Serve others. Love everyone. If you want coaching, take a look down below in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.